Coming at you live from my apartment. It's super chill Saturday, Sunday, whatever day it is. Welcome back, y'all. It's your boy Easy Reg back in the mix again, giving you another day of super chill Saturday. I'm recording this on a Saturday, so I'm gonna call it super chill Saturday. So I'm gonna give that blessing to myself. But if you guys or you all don't say that is allowed, then well, screw it, it's too late, right? You know? So, oh, I'm gonna change my gobble gums. I also went through and, like, renamed all my gobble gums just because I was like, I don't, blah, 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 you know, at least keep them organized or something like that. Let's keep this a little entertaining. I don't need that. Yeah, let's do some anywhere over here. This won't really help me. Cool. Alright. Cool. I think that's my loadout. You know, I told myself I was going to continue on, like, pretty much down the chain of, you know, maps that we have here and go straight to Shangri-La. But honestly, I had a lot of fun on Ascension. So I'm going to go back. And that's going to be pretty cool because, you know, it's my channel. And that doesn't mean I'm not going to play Shangri-La. It just means that, you know, I'm just gonna go back to Ascension, just because it was super fun and I enjoyed it, and then I wound up playing like more of Ascension like afterwards. I was like, oh wait, no, this is pretty fun online, so I'm just gonna play it again and we're gonna see how far we get. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, so I hope you all is in the audience, have had at least a good week or a decent week. I don't know. This I don't know. Me in like quarantine brain, every week kind of feels like an eternity. So, it's hard to kind of like keep everything in, I don't know, keep everything in check just because it's like, oh, I have to, you know, remember that, I have to remember that, you know, like, the days keep going by, you know what I mean? Like, the days keep going by, things keep changing, like, I don't know, it's not a normal week because, you know, with COVID-19 and staying at home, it's just kind of like, oh, well, I guess we're at home, you know? So, and time feels like this weird, like, inevitable blur that you're just kind of like, I think I know where we are. I think I know what day it is, but in reality, we're all just kind of guessing. Who knows? Who knows? Who really knows, right? But hey, oh, ooh, that was dangerous. Watch this. Did you see that? Did you see those zombies go splat? That could have been me. So thank God I noticed it quick enough and like dodged out of the way. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and with this kind of playthrough, just because like I at least have to have like some kind of goofy objective, not goofy objective, but just like a general objective while I'm playing. I'm gonna try and like work with some weapons that I haven't really worked with a lot. Like for example, it's not that I don't like the Shiva. I just think it's not like a great weapon at higher rounds. I mean, the Shiva's absolutely fantastic with getting headshots, if that's your thing. But, like, if it's not your thing, then the Shiva's kind of like, meh, you know? It's a meh weapon. But yeah, so, I don't know. For me, it's been kind of it's been a strange week. It's been a nice week, too. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of been a week of highs and lows, which, in reality, that's good. I think a high that I really had this week is that I stress a lot about my own, you know, my own self-worth and like how that looks to other people. Specifically, like, you know, if I'm employed, my boss. And so I stressed a lot about like how I'm doing with my job and my boss's impersonation, or not impersonation, but like perception rather of how well I'm doing at work. And that kind of came to a really low point at like maybe 2-ish weeks ago, where she pretty much had a very strong conversation with me where she felt I wasn't living up to her standard. After 3 weeks to about a month of working at my job, and she brought it up to me, which was kind of concerning to me, just because like I never want to give off this air or this idea that like I'm not a good employee or something like that. So it was like, oh shoot, I guess I've been not doing something great, and so she pretty much made it like a very strong like statement of you are, I need you to be performing at a much better standard than you've been performing at. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So that was a low way back, but I think this week it kind of turned into a high, solely because after talking to her again, pretty much I I got this idea from my my therapist, so I can't take all the credit for this idea, but my therapist was pretty much, because I was telling my therapist about this and pretty much saying like, yeah, this really stresses me out, the fact that she has after 3 weeks said that you are not living up to your standard, and I'm concerned this isn't a good, like, this job is not a good fit for you. And so I was like, oh shoot, and so like I've been pretty much working my butt off for the last 2 weeks, kind of change her perception of me, and but I brought up to my therapist like, I have been living in this mentality of like, at any point in time I'm going to get fired, and then my therapist was just kind of like, well, have you talked to her about it? It sounds like you're living in this world of perception. Like you don't know if that's true. Like, because you may be doing incredibly better, and you just haven't really had that conversation with her. Turns out he was right. So I had a conversation with my boss, and I pretty much asked her like, hey, this has kind of been on my mind. It has now been 2 weeks since, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's been 2 weeks since, we worked. You brought up to me that my performance was not up to par. And so I wanted to ask you, hey, is it better? I feel like, personally, I feel like it is better. I have been kind of committing myself more to the job, paying more attention to details. I think there's still like slip-ups on my own end, but I do feel like I am doing quote unquote better, and I kind of just wanted your opinion, like your opinion, and like kind of your take on that as well. And she was very honest with me, very open and honest, and was like, yes, I do see that energy, and yes, I do see that work, and so I do appreciate that you have taken the time to kind of put that work back in. So long story short, good job, and she pretty much agreed with mostly what I said, and I was like, that's awesome to hear, you know what I mean? Because I think for me, as a person with anxiety, it's nice to hear that, like, you've been working really hard to make sure that this, that, and the other is taken care of, and that your boss doesn't look down upon you because she feels like you are not doing your due diligence or your job. So, like, it was nice to hear that, in the sense of, it was like, oh, cool. We haven't regressed, or we haven't stayed stagnant, like, you know what I mean? Like, all that hard work is not in vain. Like, it is being noticed, and the hard work is seen and appreciated. So it was really nice to kind of hear that. That was a high for me. It was nice to just kind of get connected back to that, and I was like, oh great, I'm not, there is reason to, like, to, you know, keep in mind that you still got to put in that work and really, you know, make sure you're doing well at your job. But at the same time, it's not like you have to stress out, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to, like, wake up in the morning and be like, this is gonna be it, you know? Like, I'm out of a job today, you know? Instead, it was like, oh, great, things are okay, you know? So, it was that nice feeling. And I'm glad that simply I had the ability to talk to my boss about that instead of just, you know, instead of just like wondering what if, because that always really sucks, to play that what if game, and like it just drives the mind insane, because then you're like, oh well, am I doing a good job, am I not doing a good job, I don't really know. So yeah, long story short, it was nice to finally kind of talk to my boss, and for her to be not really to like shower me with graces, but more or less kind of state to me, like, I do see the work that you're doing, I do see the effort that you are putting in to kind of improve your work, and I appreciate it. There are some places where I feel like you still could improve, but the effort is not lost on me, you know. I guess is the best way to put that. I do not want that nuke. I didn't get it. So, and then, like, I guess a low for this week.
Nice, compact, and light. Not at all like me.
I don't know what a low for this week would be, right? Like, I'm like actually kind of trying to think through and be like,
You're gonna die.
I don't know what a low would be like for me this week. Just because I don't feel like I have a lot of, I don't know. There weren't a lot of lows. I think if there was a low, it's just like exhaustion. You know what I mean? But like that happens all the time. You know, I'm always exhausted. I'm always tired. You know, no big deal. So like now that I kind of think about it, like this week has been like hard in its own regard. That rhymed and it didn't mean to. But it was also just, it was a nice like week of, oh, things are okay. Things are better now, you know, like brighter days. I think for me personally, it was nice to kind of like conceptualize that, you know, like it was nice to be like, oh yeah, no, things are great. Not things are great now, but like things are better, you know, like things aren't like doom and gloom and dread. It's like, okay, like things aren't great. Ooh, okay. I need to get the hell out of here. Yeah, don't do what I do. Do as I say, friends, not as I do, as you can tell from almost getting killed on round 7. I need to get Jug. I don't know why I'm messing around. I think it's just part of the super chill mentality. And like, I'm just like, look, bad things can happen, but who cares? We're playing video games. You know, I'm playing video games. Nothing can get me down. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it was nice to kind of like hear that from my boss and be like, oh great, you know, like things, I'm not doing the best job or like the most perfect job or anything like that, but I am at least, oh cool, I'm gonna get this. Okay. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with myself. That was 9 times out of like that was 900% my fault. You know, like I just was not really playing well. I think my mind was kind of just scattered, and I was just like, let's just play. And then, you know, really, really, in short, I fucked around and found out. So, but hey, as the late great Bob Ross said, there are no mistakes, just happy accidents. You know, and I think that's, I don't know, for me that's a really nice thing, because, you know, you see a lot of like, and I'm not saying this like I'm better than them kind of thing. It's more just like this is what I observe, and this is kind of my take from it. You see a lot of like rage compilations and like anger compilations and like people making, you know, angry faces about this, that, or whatever, or like being upset about something, like being upset about like video games and stuff like that. I will get like that. Like, I'll get frustrated. But I wouldn't say that, like, I'll get angry and rage. Like, I think the closest thing that I've gotten to, like, rage level was, I mean, one that funny little compilation with Beautiful Joe, which if you haven't seen that yet, you should definitely check out the video. I don't know what episode. It's called My Nightmare Realm and Me. But I don't know what episode it is. But anyway, but I think that's like the closest I've gotten to it. But like, other than that, like, I'm just not a rage person, you know? I'm kind of like, alright, I'm frustrated, but like, you know? Like, I'm a hard when it comes to this kind of stuff, you know? So.
Hey guys, no power, please. She's coming. The mechanism must be repaired. I will help you, but only if you get me some vodka.
Oh my god. But anyway, like, you know, I think, you know, there's some times where, God, these zombies, the zombies looked like they were running for a second, and I was like, no, this is round 1. You can't be running like that. So I was scared for a second, and it took my attention and distracted me. It blinded me. And so, yeah, I don't know, I just don't get, like, I get mad, you know what I mean? Like, I get mad, I get frustrated, but, like, it's not my be-all, end-all. Like, you know, if something goofy or funky happens in a game, like, I think the one thing that I will do is I will, like, quit and walk away for a second, just to kind of get my brain back in track, because, like, again, a rage for me is, it's kind of like, I'm now quiet. You know, like, wow, that boy's sprinting. Oh, okay. Just glad I didn't run right into that thing as it started spinning. I'm not doing well in this game, am I? I'm not. But yeah, like, the closest I think I get to, like, rage is, like, definitely just like that concept of it, and it's just like, oh, I'm frustrated, but like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, shoot, you know, I'm angry, I'm upset about something, but like, I'll move on from it, you know. And I don't know, I encourage you all to do the same, unless like getting like piss angry at a video game is like a cathartic release, you know what I mean? But for me, it's just like, nah, G. That's a lot of energy that I'd be putting to literally anything else. And I do 9 times out of 10. I'm like, look, there's so much to be angry about, alright? Like, you know, like, tyranny, injustice, slavery, fucking trafficking, like, the malpractice of, you know, handling diseases, like violence, you know, oppression. The list goes on and on, right? Like, there's so much to be angry about. The fact that I didn't do well in a video game, like, to stay mad about it, I'm just kind of like, it's fine. Like, I'll move on from it, you know what I mean? So I encourage you all to do the same. Unless it's like a cathartic release, then like, have your cathartic release, you know, have your catharsis. But for me, it's just kind of like, look, I've moved on. Things are fine. I ain't upset, you know? Yeah, I'm grumpy, but like, when am I... as I've put it a couple of times to my mom, because, you know, sometimes when I call my mom, you know, we'll start off with the, hi, how are you? And she says, oh, I'm good, how are you? And then, you know, I'll respond, oh, I'm grumpy, but then again, when am I not? You know? Which, honestly, is truly me. Like, I don't seem like a grumpy person, like, 9 times out of 10. You know, I seem like a very, like, non-grumpy person, but, like, I'm definitely one of those people that just, like, gets frustrated and, like, kind of holds on to stuff, especially, like, if I do get frustrated. But it's not about, like, video games. It'll be, like, life stuff. Oh, okay. Come here, buddy. Yeah, I need better weapons. Okay. But you know, it's just like that funny, like, oh, I'm grumpy, but you know, when am I not? it like makes me laugh, you know, just the idea of like, yeah, I get frustrated sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I get a little bit frustrated and things get really hard, but like, then again, it's life, you know. So yeah, but it's been nice. You know, it's funny. I haven't really like taken the time to kind of summarize like specifically what my week is and like what my highs and lows have been this week, solely because like I don't know. I just don't think I've taken the time to really do that. You know, when in reality, like that was super like nice to think about. Like I realized that, you know, I had a lot of good happen, and I'm happy and proud that that good happened. But I'm also like, okay, like yeah, I couldn't really think of a bad, you know, and I think that in itself is like really nice to be like, I don't know what the bad is, you know, like something happened, you know, but like, ooh, Gersh. Oh, I really need another weapon though. I have Gersh device, but I need better weapon. God, I love getting headshots sometimes. It's just like that's my catharsis. Oh, fuck. Okay. I'll tell you what, actually, I'm gonna toss this bad boy right there. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the Barracuda. Yes, that was solely done so I could get a new weapon, which was genius, honestly. Effectively using a weapon in order to get another weapon. That's life. I feel that. But yeah, I don't know. My week has been, I wouldn't say it's been like really nice or anything, but it's nice to kind of think about my week and like, I don't know, cathartically think about it and be like, oh yeah, no, things aren't bad. You know, things haven't been like super great or anything, but it's not like, oh my god, everything's awful. You know what I mean? So it's nice to kind of think about that and like conceptualize it really. So I don't know. I invite you guys to do. You all. Sorry, I keep saying you guys, and I remember that you guys isn't really gender neutral, and I want this channel as well as, you know, this environment to be as inviting. Reggie, take your time. Say your words. I before E, except after C. Inviting as possible. So, I invite you all to do the same. Like, just kind of think about your week and be like, all right, where are my highs and where are my lows? And if you want to share those highs and lows, talk about them in the comments. Like, look, I'm itching to read some comments, kind comments, of course. Like, you know what? Even like mean comments. Like, I'm like, all right, fine. If you got something bad to say, like, fine, whatever. Like, I'll be all right. You know, I'm a big boy. I can take it. Promise. Okay. Ooh, that's good. I'm gonna take that. Yeah, that was a good. Okay. I really just, I don't know. Honestly, get these landers. Yeah, let's do this. Because I have enough points to literally, you know, take on the world right now. So let's just take on the world. So, yeah, I don't know. Love your life, love yourself. I don't know. Hug yourself, give yourself a nice pat on the back. You did it. You did it this week. I want you to know that. Like, you did it. TM. You know what I'm saying? Oh, cool. I am out of money, buddy. Rip. It sucks because, you know, I worked so hard to get that, because I was doing that mainly to get Jug, and then I can't get Jug because, you know, life is hard without library card. Alright, where? Oh, hey, 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 hey. Okay. Are you still here? Okay. Wow, I guess there's more zombies. I thought there were only like, I thought there was only one, so that's why I didn't really like work hard to like, I don't know. I was just kind of like, okay, well, since there's, you know, only one zombie left, I was going to take the time to, like, run around and do the things that I wanted to do and yada, yada, yada. But apparently there were many more zombies than I thought there were, which is life. That's life. Oh, man. But yeah. No, I mean, my week was my week. I hope your weeks were all good. Better. You know, I think, you know, it's hard, especially with so much going on in the world. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh my god, like, the world is ending or whatever. It's more just like there's a lot happening, especially within, like, you know, within the U.S., outside of the U.S., like, there's just a lot going on. You know, and sometimes it can get really overwhelming. Kind of like right now with all of these zombies kind of popping out at me. Let's see if I can slide through them. Yeah, buddy, still got it. You see, what y'all don't know about me is I'm super skilled, as you can see. Got a little knife in action. I think you are not. But yeah, like, I mean, my week was okay. Like, busy. I think that's what sucks about, you know, that's what sucks about working in, you know, any, like, I guess any working environment, arguably. It's just, like, it's so very busy. Like, this, that, and the other always happens. And you kind of have to, you know, maximize your time, and, you know, you're trying to make sure that you get this task, that task, and the other task done, and it's just so busy that you're just kind of like, oh, God, I haven't finished this yet, but I'm waiting on this person's approval or that person's approval. It's just, oh, it's just a lot. It's always just a lot. Always a lot to take in, and always a lot to handle, and, you know, it's a lot. But, you know, I don't know if this is helpful at all. Like, you know, I hope that I'm here for you, and I'm glad that, you know, you tuned in this week, as well as, like, I'm glad you finished off the week. Like, maybe it was a really hard week for you too, and, you know, you're just like, oh, never again, you know. But I'm glad that you at least had the ability and opportunity to be like, I had a good week, or you know, I'm glad I finished this off strong. Like, I did really well this week, whether it was at my job, or whether it was at your, you know, or whether it was at your job, or whether it was applying for a job, or whether it was like, I don't know, getting up out of bed in the morning and like making yourself breakfast or something like that. Even like the small stuff, you know, like I'm proud, you know, I'm proud of anyone. Look, I'm proud of my homies out here. I need y'all to know that. I'm proud of people here. We celebrate accomplishments and give pats on the backs. Because pats on the backs is really important. Like, you know, people say like, oh, you shouldn't have to, like, you don't need like compliments. Like, you should just be able to, you know, like, operate off of no compliments or anything like that. And that's super whack. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, I think being being complimented for the work that you do feels really good. And so you should be complimented for the work that you do, you know? It shouldn't be like a, like, you don't need compliments or whatever. It's like, no. Get compliments. Like, you're good people, you know? So, like, you know, I'm not saying, like, shower yourself in compliments or anything like that, but, like, do what you need, and, like, you know, don't feel like you are simply always a failure because you don't get compliments, or if somebody says that, like, compliments aren't really helpful or anything like that. No, screw that. Like, compliments help everyone. Like, you know what I mean? You know, sometimes it's just really nice to... I'm actually going to use this Gersh device because I can.
Bye-bye, zombies.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Alright. You know, this is nice. I don't know about y'all, but like, I don't know. I mean, I've talked about this plenty of times on this channel where like just killing zombies, even if it's like a hard map, is super cathartic. Like, in a weird way, you know, I did an episode of 5, which is arguably one of the harder zombies maps like in Call of Duty franchise. And it was cathartic for me, you know, like it was just enjoyable to be like, all right, I'm gonna goof around, I'm gonna fuck around and find out on this map, you know, and no one's gonna stop me. Did you like that jump there? I almost died from it, but yeah. Did you like that jump there? Oh god. I think I'm gonna switch out a weapon as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch out a weapon. Let's see what the box has blessed us with this time.
This I cannot wait to use.
Actually, I can wait to use that. Yo, all my homies hate the Pharaoh. It is not a good weapon, dog. Like, it is not a good weapon. I don't know if y'all are looking for, like, trying to find out which weapons are the best weapons or whatever, but this one is not it. Ooh, that isn't good at all. Okay. I think I talked about last time about the monkeys. The monkey. Jesus. So, if you know this map, there are monkeys that'll run around and they will attack your perks. Specifically, like, you know, if you have a certain perk like Juggernog or something like that, they will specifically aim at the perks that you have and try to destroy the machine. And if they destroy it, and if they quote unquote do enough damage to the machine, you will lose that perk. And let me be honest with y'all, I'm not about to lose Jug. Nope. Wait, what was the other weapon that I got? Oh, the Pharaoh. Speaking of which, then we're just gonna burn ammo on this Pharaoh because it sucks. It's stinky. I don't like the Pharaoh. All my homies hate the Pharaoh. Oh. You get a perk if you... I didn't know that. I didn't know if you get a perk if they don't touch the machine or hurt you. That's new to know. That's cool. I'm glad that's the case. Yeah, all I have to do is clap some zombies in order to get a free perk. Easy. Y'all, easy. Who knew? God, if I knew that before, I would have clapped more zombies. Or clapped more zombie monkeys without even getting touched. Like, that's the jam right there. Yeah, this gun is not it. Yeah, lads, lasses, and non-binary fellows, this gun is not it. Yet as I'm... Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, as I'm continuously using this gun that I keep saying is not it. Ooh. Okay. Alright. Alright, I made it. Ooh, made it. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, I'm impressed by what I just did. So if you're impressed by what I just did, leave a like and maybe smash a comment and just say, you know, impressed. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Ha, 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 ha. God, come on. There are a lot of you, dude. Oh no. Oh no. The fate of my life is put into the hands of a weapon that I hate. Shame. Where's that gun? Oh, it's on the other side. Oh, frig. This may not be good. Actually, it should be okay. I just gotta get over there fast, which is fine. Like, I'm here now, so, and now I gotta fight my way back. Oh, where are you? There you are. ICR. ICUP. Spell ICUP. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't been bumping a lot of music this week, which kind of sucks. You know, it's been a pretty busy week. But, and granted, you know, don't tell my boss this, but I've been watching a lot of like old cartoons from my childhood, mainly like Ed, Edd n Eddy, and what's the other cartoon that I've been watching? Tom and Jerry from like my childhood, just because like I grew up on that stuff, so like, you know, it was nice to kind of reconnect, because I got to watch it on HBO Max, you know, which, you know, my girlfriend's father just got a subscription to, and so, you know, he was like, hey, if you want a subscription to this, you know, don't buy it, we have it, you know. So yeah, but I'm gonna check the volume of this music real quick. Are we good? Yeah, okay. Sometimes I mess with the settings, and sometimes it's not like a decent like level, and sometimes it's like really loud, but I just wanted to make sure that like I hadn't messed anything up or anything. So, because like right now, all I hear is the music. Like, me and my headphones right now, all I hear is the music. And so I do this every time. And I know somebody out there is probably like, Reggie, you do this every time. And I'm like, look, it's loud. It's loud. It's a loud one. Ooh, it has not been called to this position. That's scary. Man, I'm really out here just like not giving a heck about, I don't know, my safety and well-being. Okay, that I need. I'm also trying to stay out of the way of the lander, because I feel like it'll kill me. Alright, time to get the hell out. Oh, no. Okay. Me panicking. Oh, okay. Okay. Honestly, I'm doing wonderfully better now that I've actually, like, you know, paid attention, got in the mix, actually started killing stuff instead of, like, goofing off, you know, talking about mental health and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And I haven't even, like, touched on that topic yet. Because I'm going to be real with you all today. If you haven't been loving yourself today, I S2G to God. I S2G to God. Start loving yourself right now or I'm going to cry. But oh no, y'all. I don't know. I'm just making up stuff now. Like saying stuff and like I'm just saying some words, making up some phrases, talking out my butt. Oh, this isn't good. It's a shame that, I should probably just throw a Gersh device, yeah? Too late. Me thinking to myself, why don't you just throw a Gersh device? Nah. Ooh, I need to get rid of this weapon. I forgot about that. Oh, and I also need to buy this door. Yeah, but I think I'm going to first get rid of this weapon so that way I can see what else I can get. Because, again, I'm going to say it and I'm going to say it 1,000 times over. This gun is big booty. This is the game, gamers. This is it, gamers. This is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna become true gamers. With the thunder gun and the ICR, and there goes the rocket. I don't think it's possible to keep all of your perks, but like, maybe somebody out there is like, no, it's totally possible. I'm like, okay. I don't know. But anyway, I was gonna talk about something, and then it just sometimes I got brain rot. I got dummy brain. My brain is dummy smooth right now. I think, yeah, okay. Shoot. I don't know.
Hey, maybe they bring us a drink.
Okay. So I need to find out. Because it's... Oh! Oh, that was dangerous. Oh, that was dangerous. Don't do what I did. Oh, don't do what I did. Okay, which perks are they going to start attacking? What the hell? Okay. This is nerve-wracking. Because usually I only have, jugs, so that's why it's easier to kind of funnel them through. But of course, like, you know... Yeah, God. Okay. Come on. No. Stop. Oh, cool. That didn't work at all. Am I about to lose both of my perks? Yep. Yep. Can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome. Be so excited. Yep. Lost both my perks. All because of these stupid monkeys. It's a shame. I don't like the monkeys. They're stinky and I hate them. But that's okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I have the thunder gun and I was like, what is this second? Why are they hard to kill now? You know. Look at them. They're like weird and undead. Oh, cool. I guess I gotta reload, huh? They do a lot of damage. Dude.
Let the carnage continue.
Weird like flexing thing. It's just like, look at me, I'm a monkey. And it's like, ugh, God, go hack yourself, dude.
Security level normalized. Defenses offline.
Yeah, I bet the system defenses are offline now. It's a shame. Now I have to. Now I have to go slower. Now I go slower and it sucks. And it's stinky. I don't like this. Okay. You know, maybe I struggle with this, and I don't know if anybody at home struggles with this right now. But my talk with my boss kind of opened my eyes to something, just because, like, again, I don't know if anybody else kind of deals with this or anything like that. I don't know how you got behind me. But I would like for you to never do that again. XOXO, Gossip Girl. But, like, I deal with, you know, I deal with a lot of anxiety and, like, what ifs, especially, and stuff like that. But one thing that, like, you know, kind of talking with my therapist about kind of made me realize is that, like, some of the anxieties that I have, specifically because, you know, with my job and with my boss pretty much being like, you're not really pulling your weight, and I never, you know, I didn't really think, I don't think you're doing, like, you know, your due diligence and your fair share, and I kind of wish, you know, you're not living up to my expectations. With her kind of saying that, you know, it built up, like, this pent-up fear of, like, me feeling like consistently, you know, I'm going to lose my job, and I'm afraid. But in reality, my therapist was just kind of like, did you talk to her? Like, have you talked to her about this? You know what I mean? Like, I totally understand, like, the feeling of, like, feeling like you're going to lose your job. But, like, in reality, have you talked to her about, like, you know, your performance in general? And I realized that I didn't. And so it's kind of like that whole idea of, like, my brain kind of let my anxiety do the talking for me. Whereas in reality, like, if I just kind of took the time to ask my boss, hey, am I doing a better job? Like, you know, and, like, actually take the time to check in. Like, you know, she's one of those people that was fully honest with me. And has kind of expressed multiple times that, you know, she kind of sees this job as a mentorship position, like a mentor position. And so I guess, I don't know. It just kind of reminds us that sometimes, like, we can't let our assumptive brains do all of the talking. You know what I mean? Like, in the sense that, like, yes, somebody will tell us if we're messing up. You know? Somebody will be very clear and very direct and say, hey, you're not pulling your weight. Somebody will say it. But at the same time, what the hell are you guys doing? But at the same time, like, we as individuals, like, kind of let our minds run rampant, especially with that kind of stuff, just because we're like, oh, well, we have to please our boss or whatever. And it's like, yeah, we do, quote unquote. But also, like, we can't let our brains just, like, run rampant and, tell the narrative for other people when, in reality, we just kind of need to take the time to get the narrative from other people rather than just, like, make up the narrative and say, this is the narrative because I'm too anxious to, like, really talk to my boss and ask her about this. And so, but I also recognize that that is not every instance, I know, isn't that great? God, I love Gurge devices. I don't get them a lot. God, they are just a work of art. Me too, man. Me too. So that's not like me to get on my high horse and be like, well, if you're feeling, if you're feeling anxious, just ask. But, like, it's more of like a conceptualization of, let me reload this thing. Yeah, hush. Yeah.
I'm so happy I could do the trap hack.
Jesus. But I guess what I'm trying to say here is, I don't know. Don't let somebody else tell the narrative, or I guess, like, get the real narrative, especially when you do get in kind of some of those anxious spots, especially when you're like, oh shoot, somebody doesn't like me, or, I'm not performing well at my job or anything like that. If your supervisor is willing to be open, upfront, and honest with you, then, maybe you can kind of get that your own answer, especially in these kinds of situations, just because, good bosses will be honest with you, So, anyway. It's nice to kind of just connect with that. I remember what I was also going to talk about, because I just remembered the HBO Max comment that I made, especially about, like, watching Ed, Edd n Eddy and Tom and Jerry, and also starting Looney Tunes for the first time. I mean, I've seen Looney Tunes episodes, but, like, not some of them older ones. Holy cow! Like, some of those older episodes are, like, completely foreign to me. But, it's nice to kind of, like, watch that kind of stuff and, like, really kind of see what the style of entertainment was, specifically with Tom and Jerry and, like, Looney Tunes and stuff like that. And so, it's nice to kind of see that with HBO Max, even though HBO Max is a hot mess, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Like, it's just a hot fucking mess. So if any of you do or do not know, HBO Max took, like, a really long while to, like, strike a deal with Roku and Amazon TVs. I think Roku TV specifically. So, like, it took them a while to, like, be able to pretty much integrate their user interface with Oh, are they not dying? I don't think they're dying. What the fuck? What is happening? I'm like upset that these monkeys are stronger than my Pack-a-Punch gun. But long story short, like the interface had, you know, it took them a long time to like strike a deal, and they were finally able to do it. So like now they're able to have their app on like, they were finally able to do like, you know, a deal with Amazon. Or not Amazon, sorry. They were finally able to do a deal with like Roku, where they were able to pretty much, you know, have their app on their TVs and such like that. But it took so long, you know, and so people were like, "Yo, what's going on? Like, you know, what's happening?" And yada yada yada. And so it was this whole like mess, right? And it was just ridiculous. And so, you know, finally they were able to do it. But what really sucks about it is that like the interface, at least with like the Roku TV app, is just bad. It's just bad. Like the user interface is super laggy. It's you know, it's not well polished at all. There are times where like it completely crashes me out of the app, and so like it almost crashes my TV, and it's just like, this cannot be great. Like, and so that's been at least my experience with like HBO Max with like on my Roku TV. And maybe that's just because I have an older model of a Roku TV, but I honestly do not think that is the case. So it's been like rules messy, and I don't know. It's a shame because like they have certain kinds of content that like is really good, and I really enjoy it, and I would love to kind of like watch it. It's fun to watch, like, you know what I mean? Like, please understand that like Ed, Edd n Eddy is one of my favorite cartoons as a kid, and I couldn't find Ed, Edd n Eddy anywhere. Okay. Wait, what? Okay, sorry, had to focus in. But like Ed, Edd n Eddy used to be one of my favorite shows as a kid, and like, so it's really nice to be able to be like, hey, I can watch it on, you know, TV, instead of like searching the black web for, sorry, not the black web, the dark web. I can't call things the black web. That has negative connotations and is not pretty. But what I'm trying to say is, oh shit. I wouldn't have been able to do that without the without the thunder gun. So thank God I had it. But like, you know, it's nice to be able to like watch some of your favorite shows, or like your favorite TV shows that you used to enjoy as a kid, you know, on like an actual licensed site, rather than like scouring the, you know, the dark web for some like basically for some like website that has not been flagged yet by the owners, and pretty much find like these shows that you used to love as a kid. Okay. What? Oh good. Oh goodness. Is that a, you know, now I'm actually getting like very introspective about like character things and everything. So if you haven't noticed, Nikolai Belinsky, who is supposed to be a Russian man, talks a lot about like many wives, and, you know, yada yada, like many wives, especially having many wives, and like divorce and yada yada yada. Divorce is difficult or whatever. And I feel like that's like not actually a stereotype. Also drinking vodka, which again I don't exactly think is like a real stereotype. I think, you know, like, also, look, if you're Russian and you drink vodka, like if you're Russian and you drink a lot of vodka, that's not a stereotype. I mean, I guess it is a stereotype, but I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how rooted that it actually is. I'm not actually gonna yeah, you know what? I'm gonna see what other gun I might be able to get. So let's throw that bad boy there. Hit the box. Pray I don't die. I don't want the Dracon. Okay. Wait. This is dangerous. Oh, that was the last zombie. Cool. That's.
Does this mean I can drink twice as much too?
Come on. No, I don't want the Vesper. I like this gun. I feel like I'm running out of ammo for it really fast. You know. So I kind of want something that packs a little bit more of a punch, but you know, anyway. But I'm like wondering if like the whole, you know, many wives and divorce thing is actually like a Russian stereotype, or if that's just kind of like a this is just him. You know what I mean? Because I don't think that's actually a Russian stereotype. Granted, I'm not Russian. I don't know many Russian people. So I can't really. I'm not. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I'm not the expert, and I'm not going to act like I am. Come on. Oh. Yes, sir. You sure are. Oh, that's. Daddy needed that. Daddy needed that. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't even worry about it. Don't even kid yourself. Don't even kid yourself. Don't even kid yourself. We are fine. Gamers, we are fine gamers. But anyway, I'm just curious about that, and if somebody knows, please leave it in the comments. But if it's not, then I don't know. Tell me that too. So you know what else is like okay, I guess I'm gonna hop on my dissertation about this now. So oh shit, okay. Sorry, let me get over to Jug first so I don't lose Juggernaut, because I really don't want to deal with that. Also, like, if you look around, you know, if you clearly look at my money counter, I have plenty of points in order to just get Jug again and again and again. I just don't want to. That's the issue. I just don't want to deal with it. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, no. They're not dying from this. Yeah, they're getting straight back up. I think the monkeys are taking, like, multiple hits. That's crazy to me. And he's gone. All is well again. That was a graceful, like, just enter into that portal and die kind of thing. Like, it was just nice to kind of watch it just like disappear and be like, alright, I'm done. Like, alright, I'll go in the portal. Can I get a perk as well? Because, hell yeah. Hell yeah, gamer. Oh. It's gonna be, I'm not even gonna waste time with a TBQH. Because, like, I mean, I could. I could have it for, like, you know what? Yeah, let's do that.
Gun meets zombies. Zombies meet dead.
Actually, I probably should have picked a weapon that I'm not really, like, proficient with. Except for I'm super proficient with this weapon. My god. Okay, so I also hate it when, like, zombies. Oh, I was going to talk about, I was going to grill Netflix into the sun. So, another, like, I guess, you know, another, like, streaming company that's, like, just really kind of lost its touch is Netflix. Just because they're doing what Netflix does, but also they're doing a lot of this stuff of that it, for me, has kind of, oh, come on. Alright, this gives me enough time to finish my thought. That's fine. Um, but long story short, like, Netflix is doing this whole thing where they are, you know, it's just, it kind of like, this thing, how do I explain it? So Netflix, as you all know, is like this juggernaut, and they've kind of created their, you know, this juggernaut of streaming services, specifically for like movies and TV shows, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, within the past couple of, oh God, within the past, what? It's probably 10 years. It's probably been about like 10 years or something like that. They've started creating their own content, which is beautiful. Like, I think that's a great idea, especially, you know, as a company. Like, it's nice to kind of watch them create their own content. But I think the problem with that is they don't really follow up with their content, in the sense that, there's a lot of content on Netflix, right? But there is, oh, okay, I need to upgrade more weapons. But there is not a lot of, how do I want to explain this? There's not a lot of, I'm just gonna get rid of this as well. Oh man, I could have gotten a reward doubler. Oh well, that's fine. But there's just like so much content on Netflix, to a point where it's just like so overwhelming. I mean, even, you know, there's a point where, you know, I look through Netflix and like there are Netflix originals, like TVs or like TV shows or films that like I've never heard of, you know, like never ever heard of. And like, there's so much content on Netflix, especially their own original content, that I think like Netflix doesn't do a great job of promoting. But they still kind of churn out all this crap that like it's pretty much like, oh, we won't promote it unless it sticks to the wall. And it's like, well, why are you creating it in the first place if you're not willing to actually promote it? You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to if you're going to sign these projects on, why don't you back them up? And so like, you know, I feel like I'm not the only one who's kind of said this, but Netflix did this thing recently where in an update they pretty much have like if you're not sure what to watch, why don't you just press this shuffle button and we'll just play something for you. And it's like, so for me, seeing and hearing that is kind of like the it's very much that acknowledgement of, okay, Netflix knows that they have a content problem, right? But they're not willing to fix it. You know, it's not like, oh yeah, we're going to cull through our materials and like actually change our marketing strategy and actually promote our shows so that way people know about these shows, so that way we can kind of increase the viewership. You know, at least give these shows a fighting chance to say like, okay, we've promoted this show, we've tossed, you know, promotion out there so people at least know about this programming that we are creating. But even though, you know, we are promoting it, they're still not really, it's still not really hitting the wall. Like, it's still not doing well. So, you know what I mean? It's like, you've now recognized that, like, you've got way too much content, right? Like, you're even saying to the viewer, I know, we've got a lot of content and you have no idea what you want to watch. So why don't you just let us choose what you should watch? So it's like that acknowledgement of, there's too much content on our website and we understand that, you know, there is too much content, but we're not going to fix it. We're just going to kind of stick more stuff on there and like let you kind of like we'll have us choose like what you should watch based on, I don't know, whatever stupid algorithm they have, instead of, I don't know, culling their website and just like cutting down some of the materials that they have, so that way we can kind of figure it out a little bit better. Like, even like even from the descriptions of some of the TV shows and movies, like they just do a really bad job of it. So really, this is my dissertation, pretty much saying, Netflix, fix your content and your content creation, as well as your content promotion. HBO Max, stop fighting with yourself on content, on what content you can and cannot have. Like the fact that you had to get into a fight, you know, over the rights of like Harry Potter is like kind of silly. TBQFH. Along with that, fix your user interface. Like, you've been out for a while now. There's no reason that, you know, HBO Max should just be like really sloppy. Hulu, I love you, never change. Apple TV, literally I've forgotten about you until I've just mentioned you. Wow, we circled through all this music. That's impressive. Also, streaming services. Every broadcasting and television company, please stop making your own streaming services or like making multiple streaming services, because it is driving me up a wall. Like, the reason why a lot of people got away from cable was because it got way too fucking expensive. And now here is every broadcasting company and their mother being like, oh, we're going to take all of our fun content and put it on our own streaming services. Like, don't even get me started on the whole Peacock debacle. And you know what? No. I've ranted and raved. I just played an hour of zombies in front of you all, and now I'm about to rant and rave about streaming services for 5 minutes. So I'm going to spare you all from this. But just know that Peacock has this weird thing where it's like a tiered payment system based on The Office. So like, if you want to watch The Office and you want to get the basic tier system, you would only get access to like the first season, and then you would get like further seasons, like depending on your tiered subscription, which is absolutely fucking absurd and drives me up a wall that these broadcasting companies are doing this, along with the fact that they're all like spawning their own. I'm hopping off my soapbox. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Just corporate America fucking sucks. And is leeching the working man from their tax dollars. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But I am going to stress all of this to you. Never go back to cable. Cable bad. Cable always bad. So, with that being said, I'm going to hop off and write down my dissertation for later on why multiple streaming channels is just driving, like, it's unnecessary to a point where it is like unhealthy and is almost corruptive to the to your payers, you know, and to your consumers. So yeah, I'm gonna hop off, y'all. I hope every single one of you has an awesome day or night, depending on when you're watching this. So yeah. Once again, this is your boy Easy Reg signing off. Welcome to tuning in to WEZY, the Easy Show, where we get it done and we talk about it no matter what. In all seriousness, have a great day, everybody. And never forget that you are loved, you are important, and you should be fighting. And you should be fighting for yourself, because you matter. So, and if you're ever having a really hard day and you're not really sure where to go, please reach out to a friend or to a trusted family member or somebody in your corner that can really kind of help you out. Because talking from my own experience, I'd rather be here with you than be here without you. So, with that all being said, I'm going to wrap this up. We're going to hop off, and we're going to enjoy the week and make it the best we can. All right. Take care, y'all.